The Republican-led House Oversight Committee holding a hearing on Capitol Hill today to hear from a pair of IRS whistleblowers who claim the Department of Justice mishandled its investigation into Hunter Biden's taxes as well as his business dealings. 14-year IRS veteran Gary Shapley, who went public with his allegations just last month, is accusing the DOJ of slow-walking this investigation into the president's son, even keeping certain charges from being filed. Washington correspondent Joe Khalil is live at the Capitol. Okay, Joe, certainly we heard a lot of back and forth today on this. What more are we learning?
Yeah, and I'm glad you actually opened it up with that, Nichole, because earlier in the day I said this was really an opportunity for Republicans. You know, we've been hearing about these claims for months now they have been making that the Department of Justice was interfering in the prosecution of Hunter Biden. And today Republicans had their two star witnesses, as they described them, to lay out these allegations specifically and to try to convince the American public that there is more to it than just Republicans saying that this happened. So Gary Shapley, one of the IRS whistleblowers, special agent. The second one, we just learned their identity today, Joseph Ziegler, as he's answering questions from the committee. Both of their claims are relatively similar. They are that this investigation into Hunter Biden was slow-walked, that David Weiss, who's supposed to be in charge of it, wasn't really making all of the final decisions, and that there was enough evidence to move forward and charge Hunter Biden with felony charges, but that was not the case and isn't the route that the attorneys went here. So those are the claims they made. I want you to listen to a little bit more from Shapley describing what he saw and heard.
The Justice Department allowed the president's political appointees to weigh in on whether to charge the president's son. After United States Attorney for D.C. Matthew Graves, appointed by President Biden, refused to bring charges in March 2022, I watched United States Attorney Weiss tell a room full of senior FBI and IRS senior leaders on October 7, 2022, that he was not the deciding person on whether charges were filed. That was my red line.
So Republicans do have a bit of a problem here in that narrative. You just heard from Shapley. He says Weiss was not the deciding factor. Well, somebody who pushes back on that claim is David Weiss himself, the U.S. attorney who was appointed by former President Trump to be in this role and was overseeing the Hunter Biden case. He actually says and has maintained for months that there was no interference at all from the Department of Justice. He says he was allowed to make all of the prosecuting decisions on his own, and he had total freedom to do that without interference. You're hearing that a lot from Democrats. I want to play a soundbite also that we got from Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She has a legal background, and she's on the committee. She told us that there's a lot that goes into these charging decisions. It's not just if you have the evidence, but there are a number of other factors that go into it. She says that certainly could explain why the decisions were made in terms of how Hunter Biden was charged.
I can understand why the general public would be concerned, but as someone who literally has had people drop aggravated robbery charges, capital murder charges, things like that, ultimately it's about, can I put this case together, can I try it, and can I get a conviction?
By the way, the White House not being silent on this. They are alleging that Republicans are just using this moment again as political fodder, a way to attack President Joe Biden. They say there's no evidence tying President Biden to any crimes or wrongdoing, despite what Republicans have been alleging. Nichole.
All right, Joe Khalil live there in the Capitol. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.